This is a first for Baby Brunch, and I can't wait to introduce you to our panel for today. First of all, we've got Loukmaan Adams. He is a South African celebrity, singer. He's a dad, a very concerned one, because this morning when I spoke to him, it was like, I'm dropping 3 children off, and I think I'm okay. And are you okay?
I'm fine. I'm getting the hang of it now.
He's getting the hang of it. He's getting the hang of it. Don't worry. We're going to help you here on Baby Brunch. Also, welcome back to Dr Mpume Zenda, the best and the most amazing gynecologist in the world. We really enjoy you so much. Thanks for your reassurance on this platform that you give. And we know that you're busy consulting. So thank you for having the Battle of the Births with us. We're really excited to have you back. Please follow at Dr Gynae on social media right now. And then first for Baby Brunch, we've got Sister Nicolene with us. Now, I just started following Sister Nick's Baby Consultancy. So Nick's Baby Consultancy for all your needs before you have baby and after you visited Dr. Zenda, when you need to put baby on the boob and have kind of care and questions, you're going to visit Nick's Baby Consultancy in order to make that possible. So ladies and gents, are you ready?
Yeah.
Yes, we are.
First question, true or false? You get out of breath when sitting still if you are pregnant. Loukmaan.
True.
True. True, especially in your second, third trimester. That's because the reservoir of your lungs will decrease inevitably because of the pregnancy, and your heart is already pumping a lot more blood than usual when you're not. So you will sometimes find that you are a little bit out of breath even when you are sitting down.
True or false? The shoe size increases as big as baby grows.
True.
I second that.
My shoe size increased. I went from a 5 to a 6.
But it's
No,
not
I
just the
definitely-
shoe. It's the hands as well. Because my wife can't wear a ring anymore.
Okay.
Because well, she says it's because of the pregnancy. Please tell me it is because of the pregnancy, because I spent a lot of money on.
You must just buy a bigger ring, Loukmaan.
Exactly. So can I chip in?
Please
Can I
do.
chip in? So yes, you do. So it's not. Remember, your shoe size is predominantly defined by your bone size or your bone length. But in pregnancy, because you swell, that will automatically increase ring size, shoe size. But after pregnancy, as the swelling goes down, you should be able to go back to your normal size.
I wanted to add to that, I think it's to do with a little bit with the relaxin as well. So the relaxin that helps with the ligaments and the pelvic part. So the arch of
Absolutely.
your foot is like this, for instance, example. So that also with the weight of the mum,
Oh, wow.
growing mum and baby, there can be a slight decrease in the arch, and that might increase the shoe or the length of your foot by millimeters. So
it's not
you
the
do
toenails.
find,
Okay.
hopefully not.
Wait a minute, relaxin. I like that term. Is that the same thing that makes your legs stretch further than what they can usually if you are not pregnant? I say this because some of us get injuries during pregnancy because your body is more supple, right?
So the big one is actually progesterone, which is, if you think about it's progestation, it supports pregnancy. It causes the muscle, which is your womb predominantly, to relax completely. But now it doesn't just cause the womb to relax so that you don't have preterm labor, but it causes every other muscle in your body to actually relax. Your gut, your vessels aligned with muscle. That's why you get constipation. She explained really nicely about your ligaments around your hip and all your bones, even your hands. People will start having, a bit more laxity during the pregnancy. That's because of that progestin or the progesterone inside your own body that is increased to protect you from having a preterm labor.
Babies can taste certain food in the womb.
Absolutely, yes. Babies actually develop their taste buds literally from about 8 weeks. And that is why, so it's not so much that they taste per se, but they do remember, they form their nutritional intelligence whilst they are in utero. And that's why my daughter still loves biltong and ice cream even to this day, because that's what I actually ate during pregnancy.
Wow.
Yeah, I want to agree to that. I think it's the flavors in the amniotic fluid. So whatever food you're eating, the flavors are going almost in the amniotic fluid. So it's sort of it's the foundation almost of babies' eating habits in the future, I think.
Yeah.
What I find interesting is those cravings. I mean, is there any scientific reason why some females have certain cravings, or something that they didn't even like before the pregnancy, they all of a sudden like now, like peanuts or peanut butter. All of a sudden they just go, buy me peanut butter 3 o'clock in the morning.
One of the theories is apparently the fact that it is about what they might be missing nutritionally. So if they are missing a bit of carbs, they'll crave something sweet. If they are missing, and you'll find, particularly in the low resource areas, you'll find women eating clay and soil. That has to do with their low iron supplements or reserves sometimes. So there's a number of theories, but that is most certainly one of them.
There's nothing like a liquor stick clay. You're absolutely right.
Your sense of smell is heightened so much that you can smell strange things from meters and meters away.
Yes.
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 Yeah,
I agree. And I can personally vouch for that as well. So from experience, that is true as well.
Yeah. Especially and you find it's in the first trimester predominantly, the first trimester, and that's when you are sort of like averse to certain foods, or you like certain foods. And again, I've always looked at it from a protective factor. You know, your body doesn't like a lot of meat, doesn't like a lot of processed things. You often do well with the bland taste. So first trimester, all things are protective. You don't want steaks, you don't want anything. And because the very first trimester is when everything about baby is actually developed.
What are the usual chores that pregnant mommies should be avoiding? Did she not clean, Loukmaan? Did she not start moving the furniture, pack the, I don't know, the Tupperware? Nothing? Okay.
I think I got all those symptoms. I did all of that. I had to move. She told me how to move the furniture and pack clothing and do the dishes and yeah.
That's very good. I think you're talking about nesting, Ilana, if that's what you are sort of. So moms get, I don't know what it is. It's this frantic thing. Everything, like you said, the clothes are washed and the hospital bag's been packed for 10,000 times already. But then just before labor starts, they all of a sudden want to do all these things again. But when it comes to general jobs and things, I think mainly they just have to look at lifting heavy things, especially towards the end of the pregnancy, because of those hormones that we spoke about earlier. You can injure yourself if you lift something heavy. So I think heavy lifting and climbing on top of ladders, as you said, doing the curtains, rather get Loukmaan to do it. You know,
well, I've been doing it now 3 times.
Yeah. How do you know when baby is hungry, especially when you don't know their crying cues? Loukmaan.
Fists and toes, they tend to do that when they cry, and I just assume that they're saying I'm hungry.
When they clench their fists?
Yes.
I didn't know that. Is that true?
I have no idea.
Yes.
Yes, so I will step in here. This is where I love talking about. So by the time they do this, Loukmaan, then they are very hungry. They're not just hungry, they're very hungry. Because if you look at, you were rightly saying about feeding cues, and get your baby skin to skin, then you will be able to pick up when they start eating your shoulder or dad's finger or anything like that. And they will show you when they're ready to eat. So they do the rooting where they want to eat like that. They do lip smacking, their tongues come out, but they're not crying yet. But now we put our babies in these beautiful bassinets that we got for our baby shower. So we're missing out on these cues that your baby is actually ready to feed. And so then your baby sleeps a bit longer and you're like, oh, my baby is really good. Baby's sleeping through, but actually you miss the opportunity to feed your baby. And in the early days, breastfeeding as much as possible, as frequently as possible is important, because our babies, they have a tiny stomach. If you think about at birth, it's about 5 mils, so the size of a medicine spoon. And on day 3, it's a cherry if you get one, or a bit bigger. So
now it's a watermelon because they just
I think
eating.
Yeah, they just need to eat the whole time.
How much weight does a pregnant mommy pick up during pregnancy? 13 Ks. Me, Delana. Loukmaan, how much weight did your wife pick up? Go.
I'm not supposed to say that. What weight are you talking about? What? No.
I think on average, the pregnant mom will gain about between 11 and 16 kilograms, but it depends on how
60
you
or
look
60?
before.
60.
16.
Oh.
16.
16.
Oh my goodness, no, 60. I don't think then you will be breathless the whole time when you sit down. No, I think average between 11 and 16 kgs, but it depends on what your weight was before you got pregnant. If you were overweight, I find the people that is overweight and get pregnant, they don't tend to gain that much weight.
One of the big dilemmas we have is moms that actually pick up a whole lot more weight, particularly in the first and second trimester. If you are trying to work on an average of 11 to 16 and you pick up your first 5 to 6 kgs in your first trimester, it's game over. And that for us is quite important. And I always encourage moms from the time that they get pregnant, see a dietitian so that we know, because your metabolism works completely differently. We actually call you are diabetogenic. You are like almost like a diabetic person when you're pregnant. So it's important to know what portions, how much, based on, as Sister Nick said, what was your weight? If you're already overweight, you've got a little, you've got to watch it a bit more.
For more information, please have a look at babybrunch.co.za. And to our panel, a big thank you. Follow Sister Nick's right now, Nick's Baby Consultancy, and Dr. Gynae at Dr. Gynae. Follow Loukmaan too and book him for stuff like singing and cultural events
stuff and
baby stuff.
stuff.
And speaking of which, Loukmaan Adams will now be singing out with the song that he has prepared especially for us here for Baby Brunch. It's called Hey Baby.
Baby, you can have my private number. Baby, please let me have your number.